Question 6. Pentagon VWXYZ is shown on the coordinate grid. A student reflected pentagon VWXYZ across the x-axis to create pentagon VWXYZ, which is going to be your transformed image. The question says which rule describes the transformation. So a lot of these we're finding the rule. We did questions real similar to this even the day before on the warm-up. Pretty similar question on this. We were looking at a reflection. It's in there. You can underline it. But we know the reflection rules. If we refer back to those, usually on a reflection, not usually, every time on a reflection, we have x, y. You're either going to reflect, you're going to go negative x on there, on the reflection, or you're going to go x, y, and you're going to go x, negative y. These are your two reflection rules that we write. So which one applies here, okay? Now, if you know reflection, you go to your answer choices, you're thinking test-taking strategies, the +8 situation in choice B, no, that's a translation, and a translation is not happening here. This says reflection, so B is one of these that you can cancel out right away. It's not going to work. No way. If you know also your rules pretty well, you know that C right over here, this one, switches the y and the x around, and on a reflection, we're not doing that on a straight reflection here. So C is not going to be a good choice either. Let's talk about actually solving this, okay? We're reflecting over the x-axis. Which one is the x-axis? Well, this question was even nice, and it labeled it for you. It's right there. That's your x-axis. So this is going to reflect over this way. So it's going to kind of look like this when we... I'm doing a real bad job of drawing it. But at anyways, you get it. Yeah, triangle out. There, there, there. You're going to get something that kind of looks like this when it reflects. So if you reflect over the x-axis, if we just remember the rule, if you reflect over the x-axis, you change the y. You change the y. So the y has to change. So that means the y has to go negative. So it's going to be this rule right over here is reflecting over the x-axis. And the rule where you change the x is where you reflect over the y-axis. You do kind of the opposite here with these rules. So the answer we want is the x negative y. When you reflect over the x, you change the y. And the x negative y is going to be choice A. That is your best answer. Hopefully you got it down to a 50-50, either A or D, even if you weren't remembering the rule. But remember, you're going to do the alternate of that, and the best answer is going to be A.